Let's do this. You don't look compressed iron at all. Oh, damn it. Hello, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. This is the Once Upon a Corgi Podcast, episode 95. I'm your human host, Gabby, and you can find me everywhere online as Gabagales. I'm most active on Instagram, and we are joined... I have the hiccups. I'm gonna scream. I am joined today by both of our corgi, Iron and Audrey. Iron right now is using my hand as a rest, and Audrey is sleeping under the couch. Yeah, I see you. You're so cute. We are a puppy interrupted crafty podcast coming to you from southern Connecticut, exploring all the crafty things that I'm getting myself into these days. All the show notes will be down below the video, and we do have a Ravelry group, although I have been neglecting it a little bit. Bad at it. I'm so bad at it. And you can find all my hand-dyed yarn and sometimes fiber, although we're not really doing fiber, at onceuponacorgi.com. Take some coffee, try and get the hiccups out. I don't have a ton of knitting to show you this week as I anticipated. I did not get a ton of knitting done as we are prepping for Connecticut sheep and wool. So you can see some holes are being filled in the wall. Yeah, bud, I have the hiccups and it's the worst. The worst. Yeah, yes. You don't want to come on my lap. You never do. Do you want to come on my lap right now? No. Just pet me forever. Please. So with that, let us get into some events that are coming up. As I said, Connecticut Sheep and Wool is April 27th from 9 to 4 at the Tolland Agricultural Center in Verne, Connecticut. We are vending again for the third year, and I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite shows to attend to and vend. And then May 18th through the 24th, I believe, I will be having a trunk show at the Make One Yarn Company out in Laverne, California. I will not be there in person, sadly, but the yarn will be shipping out for its adventure there. So if you were in that area, please do stop by and squish in person. And that's it for events. I don't have any fibery events until mid-June. The I-91 shop hop is happening. I'm not going on the full shop hop this year, but there's a couple new stores in Connecticut that I would love to check out. So my plan is to meet up with Adrian and Mom for Friday and Sunday. No, Friday and Saturday. No. I don't know the days. So with that, let us get into what I have been working on. So I have a pair of finished socks to show you, but I don't have them with me because I accidentally left them in the washing machine last night and didn't dry them. So they're on a rinse and spin cycle right now to kind of fluff them up before I dry them. I did wash all my sweaters this week, so I've been on sort of the going through all my hand knits and cleaning them. And then I forgot about the socks. So I did finish them. I'll show you next week. Am I podcasting next week? I think so. I will show you on the next episode when they're here. But I do have some sewing finished objects. Last week, I was wearing my York Pinafore, which is a pattern by Helen's Closet, and I did it out of this rusty red, I want to say it's a twill. I have no idea what this is. I don't know the content. I got it at Affordable Fabrics. They're not great at labeling their stuff, but it's $2.99 a yard, so that's where I am right now. And I did use, I did not show you this last week because I was wearing it, but this quilting cotton to make a bias of this dark red with black filigree and I think rosebuds. And yeah, I've worn it a ton already. I did finish the seams with my serger, who I am just finishing up my training cones, as I'm calling them. So I have some rainbow serging, and I did the invisible hem for the hemline. I did version B, which is the lower neckline, and the shorter hem. And I do plan on making another one of these because I love them. I did do the only difference on this from the pattern was I did inseam pockets because I don't think I would have liked the way the outside pockets would have looked in this color. It does add a little bit of bulk to my hips, as I said, but it's such a flowy pattern that I don't think it matters that much. And it's not like I have huge hips anyway. I'm pretty much shaped like a 2x4. Any curves are great. I will take them. So that is my crinkly York Pinafore. And as I said, I do have more fabric to make another one, which I'll go to in sort of like a stash update section. I've had these for weeks now, so not new stash. The other thing that I made sewing is my Landon shorts. I cut these, ooh, what accent was that? I cut the fabric out for these guys, I want to say last October for Rhinebeck. I thought I was going to finish them in time. I did not. I don't think it was warm enough to wear shorts either, but I usually wear my shorts with tights. I don't wear bare legs because I have very long legs, so I feel like if I just leave them out without tights, like black tights on, that it's too, like, it's not that things are too short, it's just that there's too much leg to torso ratio. It's just too, I can't do it. I'm not a big fan. But I finished my laden shorts. I did this out of a blue fabric, again from Affordable Fabric. This is the same fabric I made my tulip skirt from Sew Over at London. Oh, this is a pattern by True Bias. Hopefully I'm putting this all on the bottom. I'm just so excited about sewing right now. I'm talking really fast. I did the smallest size for the waist and I think the second size up for the hips. I don't remember. So the pattern comes with pants and shorts. I did the shorts version and it was my first successful pair of shorts and I'm super excited about them. I'm now a little bit more confident on jeans. Not like these were anywhere close to jeans, but it's fine. And they have 4, you count them, 4 giant pockets that I love. Look at these. So much room for stuff. I did line the pockets with some non-static liner. I think I got a Joann's, maybe Affordable Fabric. I don't remember. It's been in my stash for a while. And I did a button enclosure, which is what the pattern calls for, with these blue buttons that a lady from my knit group dumped on the table. She just sort of had a giant container of like 45 years worth of pill bottles filled with the random buttons. So we had a button day at knit group. They're super comfy. They are a little bit snug when you sit down in them, but I'm hoping the more I wear them, the more the fabric kind of relaxes, that it'll be a little bit more comfortable, but they fit really well. They look really good, and I'm super excited about them. They're not as high-waisted as I would have liked. Had I done a muslin, I would have figured that out. But they're still high enough that I think I can comfortably wear a crop top with them. Not this crop top, but maybe my Mount Pleasant or if I go to the beach day kind of thing, my magpie tendencies. But I have a ton of crop tops in my future, so I'm ready. Yep, that is basically it. I did a like 1-inch turned hem on the bottom. There is some top stitching, but you can't see it because I didn't use the contrasting fabric. It went over belt loops, pockets. It's got darts. And I did I? I did not. Did I not finish the edges? Well, it turns out I didn't finish the seams on the inside, so I'm gonna go over my serger with them. I thought I did. Most of the edges are enclosed except for the side seams, it appears. Did I only finish the zipper side things? I don't know. So I might, I'm probably going to go back and do that, or I might go back and fell the, no, I won't. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back and serge the seams to finish up the insides a little bit better, but I love the way they fit, and I'm super glad I made them. I might make another pair in black and just go a little bit higher on the waist. I think with the darts, if I extend the top up a little bit, it shouldn't mess up the pattern too much. And I forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the perfect crop top by, I believe, Canary Knits in my hand-dyed yarn, Once Upon a Corgi, in the Oswald Vermeer colorway on my Tesla base, which is 70-20-10 Superwash BFL Silk and Cashmere. And I'm trying to stand up without knocking anything over. I am wearing the Lizzie skirt by Sew Over at London in, I believe it's a cotton and steel, the Alexander something fabric, the floating ghost skirts in a graveyard fabric. It's got pockets, it's got a liner. I love it. And I just watched Kristen from Bull and Vine's latest podcast and her lace one, and I really want to make a lace overlay one now. It's on my list. I might have to shamelessly copy her and do black lace with a gray under one, but we'll just have to be twinsies for the next festival that I see her at. It's so good. I would do the pleats though. I'm not a gathered skirt girl. I'm more of a pleats. I love a good knife pleat. I'm really sorry if you can hear like a whining noise. It's the washing machine fluffing my socks. So those are my, sorry, I'm kicking the table, finished sewing objects, and I do have a little bit of works in progress to share with you. I have one thing that I have worked on significantly enough to show you any update, knitting wise. I'm still not, done with the increases on my lobelia cardigan, so I don't think I'm not going to bring that back until I make some actual headway on that. And the dragon shawl I am designing is working out well. I still can't show you that, but I'm very excited for it. We're almost done with it. I did, however, cast on my Game of Thrones socks because Game of Thrones came out last week, as the world knows. This is the Simple Skype sock pattern by Adrienne Koo. I am knitting it on my hand-dyed yarn in a wild skein. It is a wild skein colorway that I dyed up for my dad. So these are dad socks. It is on my iron base, which is 85% superwash BFL, 15% Donegal Neps, and just has this really simple little crisscrossy pattern going down. It is rib socks, so I'm hoping that gives us a lot of stretch to go around, dad ankles and such. It is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I would highly recommend. It's really easy to follow. It's a 2-row repeat, super simple, super easy to keep track of where you are. And I don't think I have Sock Mojo yet, but I have found myself wanting to pick this up more often. So maybe the Sock Mojo, where I like Sock Mo, not Mojo, just Mo. I am doing the 72 stitch count on size 2.5 millimeter Chow Goose, the red lace. I bought the needles for 2 at a time socks, realized I didn't like them, so now I just have an obnoxious amount of sock, needle, cable, words. I did a regular 2x2 rib for the cuff, and yeah, just chugging along. This is my Game of Thrones knitting. I'm going to start watching Outlander this week, so it'll be my Outlander knitting, and I'm just saving it for my favorite TV shows, so then I really want to work on it because that means I get to watch them. And it is living in my Matteroo sock bag, which I love so much, so I'm hoping good TV shows, good sock bag, brings the Joe back to my Sock Mojo. I may work on it tonight when I go up to see friends. I do need to cast on another sock because... oh no, I have my cowl. I have picked up my Advent cowl again, but only for the movies, so I'll just show you that when it's done, because it's just stockinette in the round, and Avengers Endgame is coming out soon, so I'm gonna need some movie theater knitting. Sewing works in progress. I don't have the pieces out here because they're too fiddly, but I have cut out my Ogden Cami using this olive-y green fabric. I got it at Affordable Fabrics. Again, I don't know what kind of fabric it is or what the content is, but it's super drapey, as you can see. This is folded over like 8 times. It is drape central. And I guess the theme of this spring is muted jewel tones, is what I'm calling it. Don't know if that's right. Don't care. So I have this cut out for the Ogden Cami by, I believe, True Bias as well. I did not write it down. I have not sewn it. It's been cut out for about a week and a half now, and I just have not sewn it. It's gonna take me 2 seconds to do, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, but I haven't. I'm super excited about this color. I don't tend to wear a lot of greens, but I think it works really nicely with my skins. So, what is this hair doing? I am very excited about it. I have just like a regular non-slip lining for the bust area is lined, so I just got like a half a yard to do lining. So if I do more than one Ogden Cami, which I do plan on doing, then everything's ready to go. So it's just cut out. I just have to sew it. I haven't yet. And I'm very excited about this color. I think it's going to work really nicely with my York Pinafore and my shorts and all of my pencil skirts. I just need to sit down and do it. Those are the main things I have been working on. I do have a couple other sewing projects that are wedding related in the works, but I'm gonna put together either a blog post or a video about it and then post it afterwards. So we are super planning ahead, but we are making a couple big things for the wedding. Not my dress. We have the dress. That's set. It's been in a closet in my mom's house for over a year now. We're done. It was a terrible experience. So yes. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, I have been doing some new sewing techniques and you know, trying new things, drafting patterns. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a learning curve, and I'm really excited to be able to put those skills to use for other things in the future. But I can't show you yet. Sorry. You've got 330 some odd days left. Dear God, why? I can show you so we are having a Jack and Jill instead of a wedding shower because we're not really doing a registry. And obviously I'm wearing my tulle skirt to that. But then I had to get, because it's going to be the office themed, some spicy brown mustard fabric to make an Ogden Cami because it's going to be in August to wear with my giant tulle skirt. Everything must match the tulle skirt. So I got this. It is a satin weave. I'm guessing 100% polyester something. Again, from Affordable Fabrics in this beautiful golden spicy brown mustard for my Dwight Schrute Ogden Cami. It is a little bit stiffer than the last fabric, as you can see, but it's got a nice feel. It's really cool to the touch, even though I've been like hugging it for the past 10 minutes. And I think it's going to make a very nice kind of dressier Ogden Cami. I think it's going to work well with both of the other York Pinafores. My plan is to just wear those in like the dead heat of summer because it's not a lot of fabric up here where I tend to get the hottest. I have about a yard of this. I think this was a remnant. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I could get 2 things out of this. I might be able to get 2 Ogden Camis or maybe just use some of it as lining for pockets and stuff afterwards, which is super exciting. I try to buy a lot of this kind of fabric in one go because it works really well for pockets, and I haven't tested it for static, but if it doesn't static, then lining my dress skirts with it so I don't have to wear an actual slip or anything. Oh, there's a siren. So that is sewing plan number 1. I think I might even cut it out so then I can just sew both Ogden Camis in one go, because then it'll take me 5 minutes to do. I have like 2 random tendrils of hair that have escaped everything. I don't know when I'm going to do that. Probably after Connecticut Sheep and Wool. I think I'm just going to give myself a couple days off to really sew and face plant into the floor and sleep. I think that's my plan. I'm really excited for that plan. There's people talking outside my window, but I can't see them. It's weird. As I've been alluding to, I also have some more fabric for a York Pinafore. You could not have a black one. Again, Affordable Fabrics. I don't know what the content is, but it is a knit fabric, I believe. Maybe? I have no idea what it is. But it is black, and you probably can't see it, but it's got this little like basket weave texture to it. It is a little bit heavier, so slight concern for the summer, but not too bad because there's not a ton of it. And my plan for this is to do version B with a low neckline, the shorter hem, and I'm going to do the outside pockets on this one to see how I like them. I did pick up some just regular black bias facing to do everything with. I really want to close the window, but I have to dye, so I don't want to close the window because it's going to get super steamy in here. Are you done? Are you good? Don't know what I was saying. I got black bias facing for it because I didn't want to try and make my own because I'm also lazy. So this I do plan on cutting out because I've already made the other York Pinafore, and I think that it will be super comfy to wear, and it's still a little bit cool out, so it won't be too hot. And I'd like to get a little bit of wear out of this before it gets super, super hot. So I have like 3 months. It doesn't really get hot till like August. And of course, it's already covered in dog and cat hair, as one does. I have washed all my fabric. I don't swatch very often, but I do wash all my fabric before I make clothes with it. That is the like one rule that I stick to. So those are all of my sewing plans. I do have a 16th to 15th century dress that I really want to make. We are remaking a painting, 3 Women Receiving Love Letters, I believe is what it's called. It's probably on the side of the screen right now. We have been talking about, 2 of my friends and I who are in the SEA have been talking about recreating this painting for a couple years, I want to say, or just recreating a painting. And so we decided on this one, and I'm going to be making the middle blue dress because I have a blue velvet with fleur-de-lis embroidered on it. So I'm sort of in the process of researching dress in that time period. It's the transition age, so it's not the long, flowy, like medieval dresses that, like the Robin Hood dresses that people think of, and it's not quite the square, harsh necklines of like the Tudor era. It's a little bit in between there. So we're trying to figure out the construction of that. and just looking up different fabrics and how they line them. Did they line them? Were the sleeves attached? Where did they open? How do we get into it? That sort of thing. So I'm currently researching that, and I'm hoping to draft up a pattern for that over the summer. I don't know the next time we're going to be able to go to an event. I know there's a camping event in June. So I'm estimating the next event we will be able to attend is in the fall, maybe for court tourney when they decide who the next king queen will be, or probably Yule, as far away as that is. I think either will be good for them. I mean, we don't do a ton of activities anyway. We really just like walk around, eat food, and sometimes take classes if there's classes. We're not fighters, so we don't need to change in and out of our outfits that easily. Yeah, those are my sewing plans. I mean, besides all the dream sewings that I have. So many dream sewings. I am slowly going through my Pinterest and looking at the outfits and sewing ideas that I have saved so I can kind of get a more concrete idea of what style I want to work on in the next couple of years. I feel like I'm in a style transition, but I'm not totally sure when I'm leaving and when I'm going to on that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and document it so then if you're interested, you can see my thought process in that. Again, don't know. So with that, all I have left is shop update and Beyond Crafting. So if you're only here to see what I've been working on and crafting, thank you so much for watching. And if you are here for the rest, let us continue on. There will be no shop update this week. Usually I do Fridays at 6 p.m. Or at least I'm trying to right now. But we are in the middle of getting ready for Connecticut Sheep and Wool. So everything that we are dyeing will be going up on these grid walls and then to the festival. I do have some yarn in the shop, but I will be taking some of it down over the next couple days to get ready to bring it to Connecticut Sheep and Wool. And I think I might do a coupon for the remainder skeins left in the shop. So then if you cannot make it to Connecticut Sheep and Wool, but you still want to treat yourself a little bit, you can. I'm all about that. Instead of missing the festival, you can create your own festival. I mean, it is a very tiny festival. You could do it in like 2 hours. And that is at onceuponacorgi.com. So any questions or information you want to know about my shop, my yarn, you can find it there. We do have a weekly newsletter that goes out. If you scroll all the way to the bottom on the homepage, you can sign up for that. And yeah, that's it. Just having a ton of fun putting together these guys. I did mail out the first skein of the First Skein Yarn Club, which is a yarn club for 3 months inspired by the Black Mage book series by Rachel E. Carter, and I am in love with it. I really wish I could show you it, but I can't. I dyed all 3 months the other day, and I am so excited about it. They're so good, and I just wish I could show everyone, but that would ruin the surprise, so I can't. I think I'm going to definitely do a bunch of wild skeins when I get back, because I have a ton of new colorway ideas just gnawing away at my brain, and I can't figure out how to get them out fast enough. Oh, I'm just so excited. And I did put a poll out the other day asking if you guys want to see advent calendars, and I forgot to check that today, so it's probably over. Let me check it right now. Yep. And it seems like the majority want an advent calendar. So I am thinking of advent calendar themes. Last year I did Muppet Christmas Carol, and as much as I would love to redo that, I did not write down a recipe for a single colorway, and I don't know if I can do another 24 on that movie. I love it, but I don't know if I have it in me. So I have been thinking about either doing a Nightmare Before Christmas themed advent calendar, or I kind of want to do a calendar based on A Court of Thorns and Roses. I don't know. I don't know if I can contain everything that I love about those books, so I may just go off the deep end. So let me know if you would be into that. And that is shop update stuff. Not a ton this week. We're in show prep mode, which usually happens around this time of year. And what is left is Beyond Crafting. So that is everything I am up to outside of the crafting world, which is not a ton because crafting is basically my life. Crafting and planning sewing. It is spring, so we are doing some spring cleaning, and I'm very excited to be able to gut the apartment once I have the grid walls and everything packed up for Connecticut Sheep and Wool. The house gets a lot smaller because the table I use for vending is set up to help with packaging and inventory in the living room, and there are just bins and grid walls and bare yarn all over the house, which is not a big house, drying racks in every floor space that you can think of. So usually when I get ready for a show, that's when I like deep clean, take all the furniture out, move everything, and I'm so excited to do that. So excited. And besides planning on cleaning and watching Game of Thrones, I have been reading. Ew, what is my laptop? Gross. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Don't knock over to the camera. Oh, God. So I started reading before bed again, and I had started the Lord John and the Uninvited Traveler. I'm going to change the name of this title every time. And I just couldn't get into it, and I don't know why, and I really love Diana Gabaldon's writing, and I loved Lord John, and I love the Outlander series. It just wasn't what my heart was craving. So I low-key, on Monday night, picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses, and last night I finished A Court of Mist and Fury. So then yesterday I went to the bookstore and bought Wings and Ruined and Frost and Starlight. So this is my third or fourth time reading this book series in like the past 6 months, and I can't stop. I have listened to the audiobook, read the books, and then listened to the audiobook again of the first 3. I have yet to even touch Frost and Starlight, so I am very excited tonight when I get home from hanging out with Carolyn to pick this up and probably finish it tomorrow night and then just read this Sunday. It's such a little baby book, like come on. This is gonna be like 2 hours. I'm so excited. I love this book series. I've waxed poetically about it to my dogs, my cat, Jake, my friends, anyone who's gonna listen, Twitter, you guys. I know Kristen has also go on about it, and for very good reason. Sarah J. Maas is an amazing author. It's just so good. I can't stop. And I won't stop. I just can't put it down. It has not helped my sleeping at all, because now I'm up till about 1. I'm up till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning anyway, just because I can't fall asleep. So now I'm just reading while I do it. I just love them so much. They're so good. And now I own them all in hardcover. Before, I was renting them from the library and using my Audible credits, and then my mom got the book series for Christmas, so I read them from her, and then my friend Danielle gave me the first 2 books for my birthday, so I picked up the second 2. And I completely plan on reading the Throne of Glass series. Sorry, I keep shaking the table, by her. So that's another like 8 books. And I'm slowly realizing that I might need some more bookshelves because all of my books are now too deep on the shelf, which is not a big shelf. I don't have a lot I kind of feel guilty buying yarn and fiber sometimes, and I feel guilty buying like skincare and makeup stuff, but I've never felt, and I don't think I will ever feel guilty about spending money on hardcover books. As much as I love Kindles and how the minimalist lifestyle makes everything feel so clean, I cannot give up a good hardcover book. They're just too good. And there's only one left of Mist and Fury. Wings and Ruin at Barnes & Noble, and I would have been devastated if... I'm the kind of person where if one book is in hardcover, the rest of them have to be in hardcover. I don't like mixing my book series on hardcovers or switching between like the original cover and the movie cover. I have one Outlander book that's like significantly larger than the rest of them, and it drives me insane. I love books. I love reading. Yeah, so that's been my life. Just reading these constantly, nonstop, forever. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I have a ton of yarn to dye today to fill in some more gaps in the grid walls. And maybe I'll sew an Ogden Cami. Who knows? We'll see. I'm hoping I can podcast next week. Next Friday is setup day for Connecticut Sheep and Wool, so I make no promises. I'm going to try and have the car packed and ready to go Thursday night. So if that is the case, then I should be able to podcast Friday morning before I have to go set up. So with that, I thank you so much for watching and checking out my little corner of the internet. And we will see you next time. Bye. Ooh, I just picked a nip off. Nope.